Hi, this is Keith Armbrecht. Going to do a video for you today on lead generation. Obviously, now that we are all part of Trump Network, lead generation is the biggest challenge that we have and what we need to do successfully. So we're going to give you some ideas on how to generate leads, because if we're not talking to people, we're not going to be introducing people. So this will absolutely get us going. These are just some ideas. Keep in mind, right now, the fact that very few people know about Trump Network gives us the ability to introduce this just about anywhere. So it doesn't have to be, somewhere where there's a business opportunity site or something like that. We can introduce this just about anywhere. So everybody needs to be kind of creative on their own, looking for places, whether it's on the internet, whether it's, in a local magazine, whether it's, something in their trade association or whatever you currently do. There's a multitude of places that we can introduce Trump Network. So first off, I want to show you really quickly David Carroll's Network Marketing Diamond University. This is a very, very good site. So if you have not seen this site before, make sure you get here. David Carroll is one of the people that are at the very top of our upline, so in charge of our team. And he's put together this entire website to help everybody generate leads. And just about everything that he has on here is free to do. So there's not a cost to it, which is certainly important to some people. It is full of videos on all sorts of different things. So you start with a getting started video, and then he will show you how to work sites like Twitter. It'll change and bring up a video on Twitter. Also has Craigslist, and then blogging, social media, just about anything that you could do from a relatively cost-free standpoint is right here on this website. So please make sure that you do find time to come to this website. Now, what you will find is from a username and password, if you don't have it, and you can pause this video and write this down, the web address to that site is mymaxlife.org/training/THOME.html. So obviously a long URL, but write it down. You'll have it. Once you put it in, you can bookmark it. Username right now is Trump, and password is launch. That's all you need to get in there. So we want to make sure everybody takes advantage of this, and then watch each video. It'll show you exactly how to do everything. Now, something else you can do is Facebook, and we have been very successful with Facebook, but at some point Facebook is going to kind of max out. So, it certainly has not yet, but if you want to run an ad on Facebook, other than, regular talking to people, following people, having them follow you, that's all free. So that's easy, for people to do, and if you're good at that kind of thing, feel free to be part of that. If you want to be more aggressive and you want to place an ad on Facebook, you simply come down to the bottom and click on advertising, and it'll bring you up where you can actually make an ad. Now, I want to be very clear with everybody. Right now, there are policies and procedures that are part of Trump Network that tell us what we can do and what we can't do. Part of those policies and procedures right now tell us we cannot use an image of Donald Trump or the Donald Trump name or even the Trump Network name on the internet. Now, that being said, I would recommend that you be aggressive as you can. If you do have a problem with it, they will allow you generally to have a second chance. So if you do something you're not quite sure of, I'll show you the ad that I was running recently, and this ad is not compliant. It's this one right here with a picture of him, Trump Network. It is not compliant, so you would need, to be careful if you're going to do something like that. Hopefully in the very near future, we're going to have tools from them that will allow us to do some different things. They'll give us the idea. This was another ad. This is more the type of ad that is compliant, where you don't have a picture of him. You say something like New York real estate mogul is starting what will be the biggest network marketing company ever. So you can paint a picture of who he is. You just can't say Donald Trump or use a picture of him. But again, I would personally be as aggressive as I can in trying to generate lead traffic, so forth and so on. Then you have a bid that you need to be concerned with on Facebook ads. I would not pay too much attention to what it says down here on the suggested bid. If you're going to put a Facebook ad up, I would put my bid at somewhere between 30 and 50 cents. You're going to have to play with it a little bit to see what causes impressions, and that's what you're looking for is impressions. This is what tells you if your ad is running or not. Doesn't really make that much difference on the number of clicks. You need to make sure it's running. My other ad, when I would run it in that way, it would have 800,000 or 900,000 impressions, and I could get a multitude of clicks on it. So, that is how you set up Facebook advertising. It's very easy to create an ad. Just look around. I'm not sure exactly where it is on this page, but it'll say create an ad. And then all you do is just paste in some text and then pop in a picture, and everything is good. So easy to do on Facebook. Now, there are some other avenues. If you're serious about this, you want to look at some places that are out on the internet that specialize in teaching you how to generate leads. One of them is called MLM Lead System Pro. So if you go to MLMLeadSystemPro.com, they will show you many different ways to generate leads. You can actually start with them for 14 days for $1. Only costs $1 to kind of test drive what they're doing. If you decide to stay, I believe it costs $50 a month. Now, what you will see from me, when I show you information like this, a lot of other people will have affiliate agreements with sites like this where they will give you a URL where they're going to make money for you going and signing up to a system like this. You won't see that from me. I will only show you stuff that I believe in. I won't make a nickel on any of this. So if it's something that works for you, that's great. I'm not looking to sell you into a program. The other thing you can do is simply go to Google and go to, Google Network Marketing Leads. Free. That sounds good. And it'll bring up a whole bunch of different companies. Now, you got to be a little careful because some of them are great, some of them aren't so great. But, look around till you find one that works right for you and can bring people in to your organization. So most of you have the page that we've created from you at the Network Media Group, usually networkmediagroup.com/your name. That is your capture page. So whatever lead situation you want to do, whether it's an ad on Facebook, Twitter, or whatever, you want to drive people to that page. So that's the URL you're going to use. And then when people come there, they'll put in their name, their email, their phone number. It'll go into your GetResponse account, and then it'll also send them to a webinar where they can learn most everything about Trump Network. So I hope that helps everybody. We'll probably do some more of these as we get going just to make it as easy as we can for everybody to generate as much traffic as they possibly can. So if you have any questions, just check with your upline. They can provide you additional information, and we'll go from there. Thanks for your time and great success.